Hello everyone! Have you seen the last show of the MCU lineup? She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, is breaking all the rules, and not for the best. How will this rule breaking affect the MCU TV future? Could we see She-Hulk appear in other movies and TV shows? Stick around while we answer all this and more. First up, what rules is She-Hulk breaking? For starters, she takes the normal Marvel Cinematic Universe tropes and pokes fun at them. This is hilarious and entertaining, but this might spell big trouble in the future for other MCU shows. Up until this point, Marvel had a specific formula it stuck to. Marvel was able to weave an interconnected universe together seamlessly, making all the pieces flow together and fit it in to tell pieces of a much larger story. Fans were thrilled when Marvel announced that they would be debuting MCU TV shows on Disney+. Viewers everywhere were excited to see the universe expand even further and see how all the new shows connected straight into the shared universe. WandaVision and Loki followed Marvel's formula and had a clear-cut place they fit into the universe, made the MCU seem even bigger and more exciting than ever before. Then along came She-Hulk. She continues to make jabs at the foundation that Marvel is built on and mocks specific trends they are known best for. In fact, in a desperate attempt to be funny, she is undermining decades of hard work and strategic planning. She-Hulk follows Bruce Banner's cousin Jennifer after she gains Hulk powers. We frequently see Jennifer, aka She-Hulk, breaking down the fourth wall and talking directly to the audience. She makes jokes about if a particular episode is a filler episode, or will do things such as demand another previously on segment to remind viewers about an event or a former character. The constant reminders that viewers are watching a TV show might be setting all future Marvel TV shows up for failure. The mockery of their usual tropes will make it even more difficult for them to pull off in the future. How will She-Hulk make things in the MCU TV future way harder? It is one thing to be a self-aware TV show, and quite another to be one in the manner that She-Hulk is. In fact, one of Marvel's most successful TV shows, WandaVision, also happens to be self-aware. Wanda also breaks down that fourth wall pretty often and addresses the audience as well as adding in mock commercials. So what is the big difference? Well, WandaVision's audience was quickly cued in on the fact that Wanda created an in-universe TV show to cope with her grief over losing Vision. Whenever WandaVision showed audiences what was happening outside Westview, it was treated as a regular TV show. Unfortunately, She-Hulk does not have this additional element. Instead, She-Hulk is actually addressing viewers and no one else. She usually does it in a condescending manner as well. For example, in an earlier episode, Jennifer/She-Hulk tells the audience that this won't be the kind of TV show where there's a cameo in every episode. This is kind of a rude thing to say because Marvel is known for sliding in cameos as well as crossovers and other Easter eggs. In one blow, She-Hulk just created a stigma about them. Could this signature twist of theirs now be something fans mock them over? Could this be part of a larger picture for Marvel? It is entirely possible that this is part of a bigger scheme setting up the future of Marvel. Seeing as the Marvel Cinematic Universe is arguably the most successful franchise of the last 2 decades, it is hard to imagine that they made this error out of carelessness. Surely there is some sort of solid plan in place for future projects, which will dig them out of this deep hole that She-Hulk seems to be digging. Marvel has proven that they do know how to play the long game. Fans saw this whenever they took over a decade setting up the Infinity Saga, and Avengers Endgame turned out to be one of the highest-grossing movies of all time. Could this be a trick that Marvel has up their sleeve? We wouldn't put it past them and their ability to be a creative genius. They are pretty popular for serving up some of the biggest twists fans will ever see on screen. This might be part of a more clever plan, but what do you think the odds are on that? In the meantime, fans can just wait and see while watching the jabs that She-Hulk makes at the expense of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Next up, why will She-Hulk probably appear again on screen? The finale of She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, showed Jennifer Walters, aka She-Hulk, literally climbing out of Marvel's Disney Plus home screen and jumping into an episode of Marvel Studios, assembled in order to confront the real villain of She-Hulk, Kevin. Kevin stands for Knowledge Enhanced Visual Interconnectivity Nexus. Her bone to pick with him was over the unoriginal ending to her show, to which Kevin points out that he will see Jen on the big screen. This is clearly alluding to her making an appearance again soon within the MCU. But where? Well, MCU's Phase 5 has has already been packed full of exciting projects, and Phase 6 is coming along well and boasts 2 Avengers films as well as Deadpool 3. This presents She-Hulk with multiple opportunities to cross over into theaters. She has a vivid comic history as well as connections to quite a few other superheroes. The ending of She-Hulk Attorney-at-Law finale set her free as both a superhero as well as a lawyer, so she has a multitude of options of how and when she might make her return. It seems unlikely that she will make an appearance in the origin story for the Fantastic Four. What upcoming projects is She-Hulk likely to appear in? With Marvel, it is safe to expect the unexpected. However, we have some theories on places She-Hulk might crop up again in the near future. The first of these is in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Phase 5 is set to kick off with a bang, with Kang the Conqueror being the primary villain in Ant-Man and the Wasp. The Ant-Man films have usually stood alone and had very little crossover, but this might all change. The Ant-Man films are set in San Francisco, while She-Hulk Attorney-at-Large takes place in Los Angeles. Geographically speaking, this would be pretty easy to make happen in a realistic way. Also, Ant-Man has been referenced multiple times throughout Marvel's Disney Plus series, especially in Ms. Marvel, which suggests that Quantumania is built up to be a world-changing event within the MCU. The next show we might see She-Hulk show up in is Daredevil: Born Again. During Episode 8 of She-Hulk Attorney-at-Law, a certain red and gold-suited Daredevil made an appearance. Viewers are more familiar with the dark and sulky version of the Man Without Fear, but due to the format of She-Hulk, the character developed a more laid-back, lighter personality. He also developed quite a flirty relationship with Jen/She-Hulk. He was even introduced to her family. This definitely hints pretty strongly towards She-Hulk returning the favor and appearing as a cameo in Daredevil: Born Again. Another film She-Hulk could appear in is Captain America: New World Order. This one might be a stretch, but it certainly isn't impossible. It was revealed in September at the D23 Expo that Samuel Stearns, aka the Leader, would be making his MCU return in the New World Order. He has not been seen or mentioned since 2008's The Incredible Hulk. Knowing the Leader's connection to Hulk means that Hulk, She-Hulk, or maybe even both could appear during this film. If they don't appear in the New World Order, then maybe we will see a Hulk appear in Thunderbolts. Even though the lineup for Thunderbolts, which was revealed at D23, did not include any Hulk, this could be subject to change. Saving the final few more last, could She-Hulk appear in Deadpool 3 or the Avenger films? Jen sure loved breaking down that fourth wall regularly, while also breaking the rules, characteristics she shares with Deadpool. It is absolutely possible that She-Hulk makes an appearance in Deadpool's debut into the MCU. This would be a brilliant crossover and would surely be hilarious for viewers to watch. If She-Hulk appears in Avengers: The Kang Dynasty, she will be a strong asset in battle, since she is one of Marvel's most powerful female superheroes. This is the first of the final 2 films in the Avengers multiverse saga. Nothing has been confirmed yet, aside from Jonathan Majors' role, but it is almost a certain fact that She-Hulk will be appearing in this movie. She has already proven that she can hold her own against the Hulk. The second of the final films is Avengers: Secret Wars. While not much is public yet about the plot for Secret Wars, it is known that Jen Walters' enemy during She-Hulk, Titania, made her Marvel Comics debut back in 1984 in Secret Wars 3. If this trend stays true, we might see an appearance of She-Hulk there. It is rumored that Secret Wars will be jam-packed with many characters making a return to the MCU, whether they are alive or dead. There you have it, folks. Thanks for tuning in today. Let us know your thoughts, feelings, and predictions about She-Hulk in the comments below. See you next time.